Welcome back for some more Skyrim with Requiem, playing on my level 1 warrior character. And the goal that I have now is to start moving towards some tougher enemies, namely Dwarven automatons and dragon priests, and a few wolves along the way as well. But to do that, I need some better and more specific gear. So I'm heading over toward the Red Eagle readout so that I can collect the Red Eagle's Bane sword. And also, conveniently enough, I have a quest from the Jarl of Markarth, which involves going to the Red Eagle readout. And that'll tie into the next weapon that I'm trying to get after this, which will be the Blade of Markarth, that I think will be pretty good against automatons. I'd been hoping I could come around from the backside of the Red Eagle readout and be super clever and take a shortcut in. That didn't really work out for me, so I'm just going to go in the front instead. And I've got way too many iron bolts. I just noticed I've got 75 of these because I've been picking them up pretty religiously from all of the random bandits and stuff.
You'll need to do better than that.
Kind of unfortunate for that guy to get hung up on a piece of wood, but whatever. That's the Skyrim AI for you. Here we go. See, I can just barely see a guy with a bow over there. Ouch. And it's really easy to get killed by the Forsworn when they do their dual-wielding attacks, so those just do a ton of damage. And that one apparently had some perks because those attacks were coming out really quick. But that went fine. I think I'll take down a healing poultice, and I would have liked to be able to just wait there to restore my health, but apparently I can't do that. Don't really want to eat an arrow from this guy. I shouldn't even bother looting the Forsworn, they just carry pure junk. Not even a chance of getting Skooma. Another archer. Oh wow, that arrow really did some damage. Let's take down a pretty good health potion. And I think for this archer, I'm going to burn one of my Spirit Wolf scrolls. Jeez, that guy does a lot of damage. Able to one-shot my Spirit Wolf. And even with no perks, the crossbow is still pretty good if you're okay with being sort of cheesy, which I am. Huh, I've never noticed the handle before. What does that do? I've never paid attention to that handle before. I don't know how many times I've done this. If someone would like to fill me in on what that does, I'd be really curious to hear, because I don't see anything super obvious. I guess maybe if you're sneaking, you can pull that and use the trap to try and kill the guy standing there. If so, it's clever but kind of impractical, but still sort of fun. And this is actually a part that I don't know why, but I just really enjoy this little climb up these stairs. I think it's a cool little section of the game. I was thinking about taking a health potion, but I don't think it's really necessary. I kind of like shooting the guys that are in the back because it delays them from getting up close, and I can see there's an archer back there. Well, I guess she just decided to eat that arrow right in the face. Ouch. These Forsworn archers are definitely pretty dangerous. They've got more perks than you might think. I think this is another spot for a Spirit Wolf. So I need a little bit of time for my healing potion to take effect. Ah. That's done me a lot of damage. Okay, there we go. Taking out the bow. That's the end of the fight. Now I think I'll wait and let my healing potion do some work for me. I know there's a couple more guys over here. Against enemies with kind of light weapons, the pattern of blocking and then hitting them with a power attack is very, very effective. Like that's been working out really well, even though blocking with a shield isn't amazing by any stretch of the imagination. Invisible Forsworn. I have no idea what it is that causes that bug for my game, but took him down pretty convincingly, and that gives us access to the Red Eagle Sword. Elven Helmet of Magicka, I guess I'm happy to have that. I don't really know what that could possibly be useful for, but oh well. Okay, now let's head over to the Rebels Cairn. This is one boss fight that can range between very easy and very difficult depending on how you approach it. Luckily, I've got some really expert level moves to take advantage of in doing this fight. First move is Berserker Rage. And the second move is a series of running power attacks. Yeah, so he doesn't really have anything that I care about picking up. Let's just see if there's any other good loot to be had. Ring of Major Stamina, not as good as what I'm using currently. A couple of soul gems. And let's just collect our sword on the way back out. So with Red Eagle's Bane, does 30 damage to undead in fire, and a little more damage than my silver katana, although it's not silver, but I'm hoping because of the fire enchant that'll be more effective when I go to fight Dragon Priests. I've picked up a bounty quest over for Druidok Redoubt, and just run into this little pack of Forsworn out in front. And I should have had a blocking item out. Yikes, that does a lot of damage. And I need to wait a second for my health to recover so I don't get killed by the archer. Either that or just bait out a shot and then charge him. Okay, that was a little messy, but we got him. Definitely seeing some benefits to having not quite 300 health, but close enough that very little can one-shot me anymore. And it just saves having to do a bunch of reloads. One funny thing about Requiem is early on it's very hard to level your evasion skill because anything that hits you probably kills you in the early game. And then suddenly, as you have a lot of health, it starts to level much more quickly. A slightly unfortunate sort of feedback loop, I think. I could just run into the readout, but then I'm probably going to get followed in by these guys.
We are routed.
Okay, this guy is moving back and forth, so I think I want to just get up close to him. Oh, those arrows do a lot of damage. He's got some good stuff, but I think I can just use my healing poultice to get my health up to a reasonable level again. After this, I'll probably have to make a few more healing poultices. Ingredients for that are pretty common. I just don't carry all that many of them with me. But here we go into the readout. Yeah, let's get out the... Do I have some steel bolts? Yeah, let's use that instead. I don't know how much of a difference it really makes, but a little bit. There's one. I can't quite see where the others are. There's the other guy. Okay, that must be the Briarheart, I'm gonna guess. Gives me a second to drink a health potion. I think I can charge this guy. Oh, that arrow did a lot of damage. And for our troubles, we get, armor of health. Never going to use that, but it's fine. Now let's go and return our fetch quest and hopefully be a step closer to the
That's your best.
to the Blade of Markarth quest. After a little bit of research, I found that I can't actually do the quest to get the Blade of the Reach until character level 20. Since I'm obviously never going to be character level 20, that's not going to be an option. What I can do instead while I'm in this area is finish up the Ring of Numera questline. So let's go do that instead. I was hoping that my power attack would stun that guy, but it didn't. And that'll just cost me a healing potion. So that time my forward power attack was good enough to stun him. Really hate the frost caster guys. Those are super annoying to deal with when you're playing a melee character. I wonder if there's anything over here that I care about looting. No, just an alternate route it looks like. Oh, he's really annoying. That's just awful. Now I just really want to know what's in this chest. I think that probably was not worth the effort.
The Shrine of Namira is further inside. Keep going.
And if memory serves, there's a very, very nasty high-level Draugr to be found in this zone. But I've got some cold resist potions if I really need them.
I will drink your blood and feast.
I'm not even sure where that came from. So I've got a resist frost potion that'll help a little bit. And I'd like for Eola to be a little more effective in this fight. Do I have Berserker Rage up? Let's go for it. Yeah, and that's why we play as an orc.
Mortal, I am Namira, the Lady of Decay.
So Ring of Namira is another very nice item to have, very significant stamina boost and somewhat of a health boost too when you do some cannibalism with it on. So I'll have that in the rotation of rings to use, and hopefully it'll come in handy later on. But that is all for now. I'm progressing toward the goal of fighting dragon priests pretty soon, so if you're enjoying this content, do hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.